Ever wonder why the best craftsman in town is sitting at home while the mediocre guy with a catchy jingle is booked solid for months? Welcome to the upside-down world of home service contractors. You're a master electrician with 20 years of experience. Your work is flawless, your attention to detail is legendary, and you can rewire a Victorian mansion blindfolded. But here's the twist. None of that matters if nobody knows you exist. Picture the contractor who shows up in a beat-up truck with mismatched tools, but has a website that looks like it cost $10,000. Now, picture the artisan with decades of expertise whose only marketing strategy is a faded Yellow Pages ad from 2003. Guess who's eating steak and who's eating ramen? Here's the uncomfortable truth about the trades. Skill gets you through the door, but marketing is what makes the phone ring in the first place. You could install the most perfect roof this side of the Mississippi, but if Mrs. Henderson down the street doesn't know your name, she's calling the guy whose truck she saw parked at the grocery store. The contractor game isn't won in the workshop anymore. It's won on Google, on Facebook, in those targeted ads that pop up right after someone searches for emergency plumbing at 2 in the morning. The battle happens before you ever pick up a wrench. Think about it. When was the last time you hired someone without looking them up first? Exactly. Your potential customers are doing the same thing, scrolling through reviews, comparing websites, judging you based on whether your logo looks professional or like it was designed in 1998. The irony is almost poetic. The plumber, who spent years perfecting his craft, loses jobs to the guy who spent years perfecting his Instagram strategy. One knows every pipe fitting ever invented. The other knows every social media algorithm ever deployed. Let's run a little thought experiment. You're a homeowner with a burst pipe flooding your basement. You grab your phone in a panic. Do you call the master plumber with no online presence, or the decent plumber whose website promises 24/7 emergency service and has 200 5-star reviews? The marketing savvy contractor understands something crucial. People don't buy services, they buy peace of mind. They buy the feeling that comes from seeing a professional website, reading glowing testimonials, and finding a contractor who answers their calls on the first ring. Meanwhile, the old school craftsman sits in his workshop, muttering about how real work speaks for itself. Newsflash, your work can't speak if nobody can hear it over the digital noise of your competitors' ad campaigns. Here's where it gets really twisted. The contractor who invests in marketing doesn't just get more calls, they get to charge more too. Suddenly, that $500 website and monthly ad budget translates into an extra $20,000 in annual revenue. The marketplace doesn't reward the best anymore, it rewards the most visible. You could be Michelangelo with a hammer, but if the guy down the street has better SEO, he's the one painting the town's ceilings. Every day, master craftsmen lose bids to mediocre contractors with better branding. It's like watching a chess grandmaster lose to someone who just has a louder megaphone. Talent matters, but only after awareness happens. The contractors who figure this out early build empires. They realize that every dollar spent on marketing returns $5, $10, sometimes $20 in new business. It's not rocket science, it's just math that most tradespeople refuse to acknowledge. You want to know the real secret? The most successful contractors aren't necessarily the best at their trade. They're the ones who understood that being great at roofing and being great at getting roofing jobs are two completely different skill sets. Some call it unfair, others call it evolution. The construction industry is experiencing its own digital revolution, and the contractors who adapt survive, while the purists slowly fade into obscurity with their principles intact but their bank accounts empty. And here's the kicker. The marketing doesn't even have to be expensive. A simple website, some before and after photos, consistent social media presence, maybe a few Google ads, that's the difference between struggling and thriving. The traditional contractor relied on word of mouth and reputation built over decades. The modern contractor builds that same reputation in 18 months through strategic online reviews and targeted local advertising. Time itself has been disrupted. Today, a rookie contractor with a marketing budget can outcompete a 30-year veteran who thinks marketing is beneath them. It's David versus Goliath, except David has a smartphone and Goliath refuses to acknowledge that slingshots have been upgraded. Walk through any successful contracting company's office and you'll find something surprising. They spend almost as much time on their marketing strategy as they do on their actual projects. That's not a coincidence, it's the blueprint. The craftsmen who refuse to evolve keep wondering why their phones stopped ringing. They blame the economy, they blame cheap competitors, they blame everything except the fact that they're invisible in a world that searches for everything online. The game has changed, and pretending it hasn't is like insisting on using a flip phone because smartphones are just a fad. Your competitors aren't waiting for you to catch up, they're already 3 steps ahead, booking jobs you don't even know existed. Critics argue that focusing on marketing over craftsmanship dilutes the industry. Maybe they're right, but here's the paradox. If your superior craftsmanship dies in obscurity, does it even matter? As building codes evolve and technologies advance, one thing remains constant. The contractor with the best marketing will always have more opportunities than the contractor with the best skills. Adapt or become a cautionary tale. The marketplace is brutally honest about this. Your technical expertise is table stakes. Everyone claims to be the best, but marketing, that's what separates the contractors driving new trucks from the ones wondering where their next job is coming from. So here's the bottom line. Master your craft, absolutely. But if you're not mastering marketing with equal intensity, you're playing a game you've already lost. The best kept secret in construction isn't a secret at all. It's just a truth most contractors refuse to accept. That's the reality of modern contracting services. The question isn't whether marketing matters anymore, it's whether you're going to acknowledge it before your competition makes you irrelevant. Your next move determines everything.